So the prelims have just wrapped up. Lupita Godinez just had a good performance against Elise Reed. But I'm going to talk about one performance that was just an amazing performance, in my opinion. And obviously, it wasn't against the highest level of competition, but still, he looked amazing in this fight. Roman Kopylov, I told you, as soon as that fight hits that second round, this man enters his flow state. Like, it's just, you can't stop it. Second round, Roman Kopylov is a mythical fighter. Once he hits that second round, it's over for you boys. But yeah, he looked really good. He was really utilizing the leg kicks in the first round. He was actually looking really good in the first round. And I say that shockingly because a lot of the time you will see him. He'll win first rounds, but he won't win them quite like that. Like, he was actually hurting Josh Fremd in the first round. Like, that's pretty rare. He normally doesn't hurt people that much in the first rounds. And normally, it's just a feeling out. But he was looking real ready. He got, hit to the groin a few times against Josh Fremd. A lot of times, actually. I think he got hit to the groin about 3 times, maybe more. And the first groin shot, he was like, no, let me go right back in there. Like, he was ready to go in there. He seemed real ready. So I think him starting slow, I don't think it's a mental thing. I think this guy's mentally just down to fucking scrap. But I think he just needs to make his reads. I don't think he's like jittery or anything like, Cowboy Cerrone. I don't think he's like that. I don't think that's why his first round is a bit slow. I think it all just comes down to his timing and making his reads. But yeah, that body kicks he was landing looked like it dented Josh Fremd's body. Like, his body literally, it looked like fucking, it was starting to, his face as well was starting to look like mashed meat. Like, he got fucking battered. He got brutalized in there, man. Like, yeah, it was not nice to see for Josh Fremd. Like, that first round, he was already looking butchered, but as soon as it hit that second round, fucking Roman Kopylov was landing so many big shots. He was just putting on an absolute beating on Josh Fremd there, and yeah, man, there's not really much else you can say about that fight. Just Roman Kopylov destruction of Josh Fremd. My lock streak continues. I mean, I guess restarts because of last week, but my two lock streaks continues. But Roman Kopylov, he deserves a ranked fighter after that performance. I know Josh Fremd isn't the greatest guy, but he's on a 4-fight finishing streak in the middleweight division. It doesn't normally take a lot to get a ranked opponent at middleweight. So I think the fight that makes the most sense, and I guess this depends on if this man's really moving down or not, because I've heard rumors that this guy's moving down to welterweight, but nothing's official as of yet. So if he isn't going to move down to welterweight and he's going to keep fighting at middleweight, I would love, and listen to this fight, okay? Roman Kopylov versus Chris Curtis. That would just be an amazing fight. That you can't say that fight would be boring. Beautiful boxing exchanges in that fight. It'd be really good striking. It'd just be an amazing fight to make, I reckon. Like, you just... There was no way that fight could be boring. Like, it would just be a fun fight. And I'd favor Roman Kopylov in that fight. I feel like in a pure striking fight, Roman Kopylov can bang with the best of them. His striking is so good. And, like, he's actually skilled. And his takedown defense is so improved that even if guys are going to panic shoot on him, they're not going to get him down. Like, Josh Fremd is a grappler, and he couldn't get him down. Obviously, Josh Fremd's not the highest level guy, but still, he is a grappler in a striking heavy division, and he couldn't go in there and implement his game on a Roman Kopylov. So yeah, I think this guy's got a good future. He's 31 years old. He's finally hit his stride. He was originally a prospect that, he was a bit of a bust. Came in, lost to Carl Roberson, lost to Albert Duraev, but now he's finally found his own, and I'm so happy for it because this guy's style is so fun. 4-fight winning streak. It's crazy, It just takes one good performance to turn your career around, 2-fight losing streak, beats Alexio Di Chirico, who, Di Chirico has some real good wins, knocked out Buckley, and then Roman Kopylov goes in there, destroys him, and goes in there, beats Soriano, who Soriano had a lot of hype on him too. Then beats Ribeiro, then beats Fremd. I will say it is a little weird. It seems like his competition keeps going down for his fights. Like, Di Chirico, I'd put on the same level as Soriano, then Soriano, But then Ribeiro is like a pretty big step down, and then Fremd. Actually, I'd say Fremd's probably better than Ribeiro, but it's hard to tell. But still, very weird. But yeah, I don't think this guy needs another unranked fight. Unranked fight. I think you give him. Oh, my voice sounds weird for some reason. I think you give him. Yeah, you give him a ranked fighter. You give him Chris Curtis. I think it just makes the most sense. If they're not going to give him a ranked fighter, then you do Roman Kopylov versus Michelle Olachechik, just because that fight would be so fucking fun. Though Michelle wants Chris Curtis. Well, you fight another boxer for it. The winner gets Chris Curtis. Like, they can fight for the Chris Curtis next opponent belt or some fucking weird belt that they'll do. I don't know, some gimmick. They can be the #1 contender for fucking Chris Curtis's like number 14 spot. I don't know, but yeah, real good performance there. And yeah, I thought I'd just make this video real quick because the prelims have wrapped up, and yeah, but yeah, the card's been good so far. Charlie Campbell won as well, so yeah, the lock streak continues. Charlie Campbell looked pretty good in that fight. Gives me Mayhem Miller vibes as well. Charlie Campbell does. Like, he really reminds me of Mayhem Miller. I like the it doesn't matter what you think that he did to fucking DC. DC said he's lucky he's a WWE fan or he would have took his life in the octagon, which is funny. But yeah, card's been good so far, and I'll do a recap of the other fights, like the main card fights, after the card finishes. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Amazing performance from Roman Kopylov. The future is bright for this guy. He finally turned everything around. And yeah, I'm looking forward to him. That fight, honestly, could probably get him ranked, but I think I'd like to see him fight a ranked opponent to get his ranking, because even though he's on a 4-fight winning streak, Josh Fremd and Ribeiro aren't the best guys. But I guess we'll see what happens there. But future's bright for him. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.